Andrea Ivanova wanted the biggest lips in the world. The lady from Sofia, Bulgaria, spent more than £20,000 on fillers until she finally outguppied the guppies. The guppies, by the way, are fish.
Yes, yes, I know guppy fishes. Yes.
But now it looks like her extreme vanity is biting her on the backside, as after an accident with the chocolate and hazelnut bar, which will remain nameless, but just to keep things on topic, they might be coming back, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
She,
enough.
she chipped a tooth
Oh,
and has been suffering with pain in the past fortnight because dentists in Sofia don't want to go near her mouth. Right? She would arrange a consultation on the phone, only for it to be cancelled the moment she walked into the dental clinic.
mm.
She said the staff was scared of her when she appeared, so I suppose she's going to have to kiss the Sofia Dental Clinics goodbye. Those lips.
So far, not
Listen,
so good. Yeah. Sorry, that's actually funny in my head.
her solution: she wants to travel to Venice in Italy
Mm.
to get a tooth fixed. I
Right.
know, and I imagine show her lips off to the Western Europe
Yeah,
to make a fame and fortune. Could try and make a fortune for me anyway.
that's a cynical view.
But the serious side to all of this is whether doctors and surgeons should be held responsible for these sort of procedures, or should it be ethical to succumb to the wishes of the fair-paying customer? I was always under the impression that a plastic surgeon worth their salt would improve the looks of a person instead of making them look like some sort of circus freak. I understand this sort of mindset probably was born out of tattoo shops where people, for whatever reason, felt the need to go over the top rather than have a subtle design, which is both attractive and meaningful to them, decided to tattoo their eyes and disfigure their facial features, like splitting their tongues, putting
Yeah.
things in their ears. But I ask myself, what good does all this serve? Right? Does it really better their quality of life? Short and sweet.
Right. Okay. It's interesting. I know in Brazil that when you first have a baby, well, normally a girl born, I believe that I don't know if they still do it, the hospitals used to do actually pierce the ears on the parents' request because it was done in a controlled medical place. That's a different matter, though. I'm not suggesting otherwise. Yeah, I found that interesting. Yeah, but my daughter, they didn't do it in the UK. My wife took my daughter to have her ears pierced, which was still basically a baby because that's the Brazilian thing to do. Definitely, obviously done without my daughter's consent at the time. But yeah, I went a little bit annoyed about that. But hey, that's cultural. I can't. Yeah, I married a Brazilian. I have to accept some cultural things. Now, I was surprised that the ear piercing place actually did it. I can't remember if I had to sign a declaration or not. I can't remember. It doesn't. That aside, I was always surprised that somebody at a shop in the UK actually pierced the baby's ears, basically, really. But um, again, yeah, it's not something I've ever done myself. I don't object to people having freedom to do what they want. If they're over age, have a tattoo done. You have to think when you have something done, it might be irreversible. Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, I've never had a tattoo done. It's not like you. I find some of them very good and very impressive. Just not for me. I personally try to avoid anyone coming near me with sharp implements anyway to do anything with me. Yeah, I object to injection. I don't get over injections. I just don't like them. So to sit there and voluntarily have somebody do anything to me with a knife, no, thank you. Yeah, unless it's really, really necessary. Um, or any sharp thing. Um, now, um, I don't know. Plastic surgeons, are they part of the mainstream medical profession? Away from actually doing something with somebody's been in a fire or something. I don't know where it actually ends. Are they actually classed as medical people? Therefore, um, have to abide by the same rules, or if there are any rules or ethical rules. I don't know. I mean, if you've got somebody willing to pay money to have something done, they're going to have it done. Now, these official medical practicing people, medical people in Bulgaria. Is it Bulgaria? You said, Sophia.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, they see something come in. Now they could be very liable should something go wrong with the procedure with a of something that's not built
the
as
doc,
it should be.
yeah, the doctors did warn the lady
Yeah.
about having so many procedures done to her lips because it
Yeah.
wasn't all done in one go,
No, no, obviously, yeah.
right? And there was just more and more filler being pumped in there, and they did warn her about this, but she insisted. I mean,
Mm,
the fact that a doctor warns a patient
mm.
and it should be enough for the doctor to say, "I'm not going to do this anymore."
Well,
It's not,
um,
it's an elective process.
mm.
It's not like a life or death operation they're trying to perform.
Well, it's the other side to it that's getting involved. Um, I mean, we come from a country that second to the US has the highest proportion, the highest number of plastic surgeons, I believe. I think Brazil still has. Yeah, even
Yes, yes. Brazil,
even to,
yes.
yeah, even to the point I believe that Americans are coming to Brazil now to have procedures done. It's a bit cheaper and they get a holiday in it and other things as well. But um, yeah, it's not something I would do. But when you look at all your Hollywood stars, yeah, males and females, they're all having procedures done, whereas they didn't have it years ago. Obviously, women are having enhancements and inverted commas improvements done.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Having an enhancement. I mean, I'm gonna put my hand up here,
Yeah,
right? Because when I was in the UK in the
yeah,
80s, I had both my ears pierced,
right, okay,
right?
yeah, that's
And but only once, with
mm,
small earrings, and
yeah.
just to draw attention to my ears because apparently my ears are quite nice.
Oh,
Apparently,
okay, yeah, all right.
right? Whatever
Well,
floats your boat, I know, but you know.
yeah, yeah,
So, so anyway, when I came here to Brazil in
yeah,
'91, sat on the beach,
yeah,
I was the only guy who had two ears pierced,
mm,
and people would come up to me and ask me why I've got both my ears pierced.
mm.
And I got to this stage where I said, because I've only got two ears. If I had three ears, I'd have three pierced. Right?
Yeah,
That's my answer to them. And my father, he um, went in the '60s
yeah,
with him being a squaddy. He got tattoos,
mm,
right? And he came to visit me in the '90s,
mm,
late '90s, I suppose.
yeah,
And at that time here in Brazil, tattoos
mm,
was a form of aggression.
mm.
And all my mates thought that my dad was a hard case because he had these, in
Yeah,
spite of him being over 60 years age,
yeah,
60 years old, 60 years old of age,
yeah,
they thought he must have been a hard case when he was
yeah,
younger.
mm,
But of course, nowadays, my eldest son, his ears have been pierced. I'm surprised he's got any ears left.
yeah,
And my youngest son's got well, both of them have got tattoos now,
yeah,
and
yeah. That's, yeah,
you know, they're becoming to be a bit of a fashion symbol these days.
mm,
But there are people that just go over the top,
yeah,
and these people that I worry about because you said if you got a small tattoo to get it
mm,
removed, it's quite a long procedure with lasers and everything.
yeah,
When you get half your body covered in tattoos,
mm,
that's when you that's what I don't see how that is going to help you in your life, and if you decide to change your mind and not want them anymore, what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, there's lots of inverted commas influencers who've got them done. I mean, when I say influencers, influencers like footballers, I mean,
Yeah,
rock stars. We like rock music. We like in
of
the
course.
folk scene even.
Yeah,
Yeah, they some of them go over the top. My father hates women with tattoos done. My wife has a tattoo on her ankle that she had.
yeah,
Yeah, her mother got very upset when she had it done in Brazil. This was going back. Yeah, must have been well, mid 80s, probably over that time. Um, and it's like I said, it's becoming a form of fashion. Um, the mutilation that goes on, the big ears. Yeah, the
yeah.
people. Um, yeah, I mean, my daughter last week, she got a nose stud put in, and well, I can't say anything because a lot of the music, the musicians I listen to, especially the females, probably males, but had nose studs, so I can't really say too much because she pointed this out to me, and I thought, well, yeah, okay. Um, hypocrite one over hypocrite number one there. But yeah, it might be just a fad. She'll probably get rid of it in years. I don't know, but yeah, it's up to her. Now she's over 18, she can does what well, say do what she wants. Um, it's yeah, it's not something that I particularly understand. But like I say, I'm a liberal. I accept you can make your own bodily choices. But
Well, I certainly don't protest in front of somebody
yeah,
that I think has gone too far.
yeah. I mean, um, if somebody asks my honest opinion about something, I will give it. Yeah. What do you think of this? Well, it looks nice, but yeah, like you say, does it really mean anything? Um, when seamen years ago used to have tattoos done, it meant something. Like, I mean, crosses or bit, yeah, the cross on the back to deflect the whips, yeah, for the cat and nine tails, or not cat and nine tails, whatever they used then on the whipping. Yeah, the cat and nine tails. There are all sorts of things. It's not new. Tattooing and body mutilation and everything's been going on for thousands of years in different cultures. The Egyptians, the Africans, to say the least. Across across Europe, the Vikings probably did it. I don't know if the Saxons so much did. Um,
I'm
it's
not sure that the Vikings would have put lip filler in so they could pout more as they're coming to as they're coming
Well,
to
okay, but I'll make an
rape and
example.
pillage.
They did things to draw attention. Yeah, when they know this. Yeah, and when mainly it was their hair that was quite. I mean, yeah, they
The
were
woad, the woad, the woad they used to put on.
yeah paint things. Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay, fair enough. It's what people do. We're now living in a world where people can do these. Now, I would have thought splitting a tongue and everything else and the lips was a medical procedure,
Yes.
therefore
Yeah.
subject to rules. But depends where she got it done. Depends what the rules were. Depends how much money she paid. Um, it's not something that appeals to me. I've seen pictures of people doing it. I might have even seen a picture of her, and it's just glossed over me. Yeah. I'd have read more if I'd have known you'd bring it up in a podcast, but of all things, I didn't expect that. Um, but yeah, but then if she needs dental work done, and it's because of that, yeah, of course the dentists aren't going to get involved because they could be leading into something else. It could be a specialist procedure she needs doing on it, or people with specialist knowledge. Um,
According to the article, she just chipped a tooth on a nut.
yeah, but I mean, ultimately, yeah, but they're dealing with something that's a bit unusual and everything's connected. Don't
Yeah.
forget, we're not medical people. We can't make a decision or say they're right and wrong for making a decision that's based on their own medical knowledge.
Yeah.
Or they're scared, or even they might be scared of doing something and splitting a lip.
I'm
Uh,
just that just makes me think. Do these people? I mean, the last image I saw of Sharon Osbourne,
mm.
she looked quite guppy like, and I don't know how she thinks that this makes her more appealing. I don't
Well,
know. I
trying to
don't know.
hold. I mean, these people do live in a different world. I mean, respect to her husband, but he's had his life, hasn't he? He's had quite a life, and
Yeah.
she's stuck with him for all the years.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it is the thing. It's trying to hang on to some sort of idea of beauty, even. Yeah, youthfulness, youthful beauty. Um,
There's one thing of enhancing, and the other one is going over the top. And it's the part going over the top
mhm.
that makes me think about if the person is all together in the safest place they can be.
Well, okay, people make choices. How do I mean, what do you say? Nobody should do anything, or people are entitled to do things if they
So
have the money.
enhance the positive points.
Well, I mean, this is it with Hollywood actors. You look at them, and then particularly the women, their noses change. You can tell with some major Hollywood male stars, um, the same age as me. Yeah, they look quite good. I mean, I'm quite lucky. I've maintained some of it when I shave. I don't look so old, but I'm middle aged now, and I've accepted it. I like to think I'm more distinguished looking now, as opposed to youthful looking. Yeah, I look like I actually might have some intelligence. Then, then people listen to this podcast and can make their own judgments on that. But yes, um, but it's a yeah, for me, it's personal choice. I don't have to have anything to do with these people. Probably medical people evidently don't want anything to do with these people either. Um, I mean, the woman has evidently okay. I'm going to get back to the core of it. Who's to say who's sane and who's not? Because we choose not to have procedures done. You did something on your ears years ago because you thought it looked cool and great and everything else. You were in the circle of the scene, the music business, years ago as well, where it probably was the dumb thing to do. Um, Nothing about your sanity wasn't questioned or anything. You did something. Did it improve your life? Having two earrings? That's the question to ask yourself.
It certainly became a talking point on the beach in Boviagi.
Well, yeah, but by that time, what were you doing? I mean, yeah, it was probably seen, yeah, meaning other things here as well at the time. Yeah.
As it did there. As it did there.